A top Texas police official says that authorities could have stopped the deadly school shooting in Uvalde in just minutes. Stephen McCraw, the director of the Texas Department of Public Safety, testified yesterday about law enforcement's response to the massacre. And he also said that the classroom door was likely unlocked when officers scrambled to find a key they probably didn't need. CBS News correspondent Omar Villafranca attended the meeting where family members of the victims expressed their outrage as this new information came to light. Omar, good morning.
Good morning, Anne Marie.
So listen, Omar, let's talk about this. You've been on the ground in Uvalde for some time now, and the information that we have been getting since the day of the shooting and today, it sort of is constantly evolving. And now we hear that at least this officer believes that the officers on the scene, they had enough manpower, they had enough gunpowder, and they probably didn't need the key that they had spent an hour looking for. How has that changed the sentiment on the ground in Uvalde from the people who live there as new information is coming to light?
Well, it kind of puts everybody in the community through like a whiplash of emotions, from anger to anguish. When they hear that the door wasn't even checked by the breach teams while they were looking for keys for an hour, people they get angry, and then they start thinking, could that have saved more lives? So it really is a boomerang of emotions for people here. Mind you, in late May when this happened, the narrative kept on changing every day, and that's when we started learning about the delayed police response here. That was a lot of anger as well. Now, as the investigation has continued with DPS and things have kind of moved from Austin, there's been some slow leaks coming out. And that's kind of upsetting people, especially here in the city of Uvalde, not just the community around here, but across the city here. I mean, we talked to the mayor yesterday. I asked him when the last time he was briefed by DPS on the state of the investigation. He told me May 25th. That's the day after the massacre happened. He says he's basically been shut out of the investigation, not even being briefed as the mayor of the city where this happened. He's upset. He's mad at the Uvalde County DA, who says that didn't want information let out. He's upset that DPS hasn't briefed him. He says he's called, does not get called back. So he was naming names at that meeting last night. It wasn't just people who were calling for Arredondo to be fired. It was the mayor saying, he literally said, and I quote, "I can't do a damn thing," and he is mad about it.
Here's the thing. We are hearing only now about this possibly unlocked door. Why has it taken so long for that information to come to light?
Well, it is an investigation, and I've covered enough of these that law enforcement usually tries to keep things under wraps until everything's done. They're not going to serve a meal up until everything is cooked. We're getting this information from leaks. And that's kind of the media's job to find out information, because a lot of families here, as we mentioned, feel that they're left in the dark. They haven't heard any information. The people who lost, 19 parents here and the 2 teachers, they're basically getting their updates not directly from DPS, they're getting it from media leaks. And that can be, tough and distracting as well. They want to find out what's right, what's wrong. They're hearing it from the media, not from a source that is a law enforcement. So that's where this confusion is. And anytime there's more news that trickles out, it just makes them take a deep breath and try to process it.
Yeah, I thought, this is the environment where misinformation flourishes, right? Where the facts, in sort of quotation marks, keep shifting and you don't know who the official source is. And you're right. It's mostly because of media reports sort of pushing officials to come clean that we're getting additional information sort of piecemeal. We've just been talking about the gun legislation negotiations in Washington. I'm curious, this is probably the most we've seen in terms of movement on gun legislation in decades. Have you been speaking to the people there in Uvalde? How do they feel about it?
Well, mind you, this is all very new, and a lot of people here are focused on the local issues. I mean, the worst thing that could ever happen to them has already happened. Do they want to prevent this from happening again? Yes. Are they paying attention to the gun legislation? Absolutely. But their main thing that they're talking about right now is Pete Arredondo. There's some people who are saying here on the gun legislation, okay, that's great, but they want to see things get passed in Washington, D.C. And as Ed just mentioned beforehand, you know, that's a process, and that takes a lot of faith to happen. They're focused on their local issues right here. I mean, there are people who are saying that absolutely something needs to be done about gun legislation, but they're focusing on what's happening here behind me. I mean, this memorial is still up here at this school. We just learned last night, officially from the mayor, that they're going to bulldoze this school. He says he never wants any other student or teachers or parents to have to walk back into this school and deal this. How they pay for that, that's another thing that they're looking at. So people are paying attention to gun legislation, but they're also looking at what's in front of them right now.
Yeah, understandable. They need answers. They need to heal. It makes a lot of sense. Omar, thank you very much.
Thank you, Anne Marie.